In this edition of RIN TV, Britain's MI5 reveals astonishing risk to cyber attacks. A RIN TV cyber risk report for June. And Andy Barile dissects the Justice Department's settlement with GenRe and AIG execs. All this and more, you're watching World Risk and Insurance News on RIN TV. Hello, I'm Marisa Christian, and here's what's happening in the world of insurance. With the London Olympics just a month away, MI5 Director General Jonathan Evans commented on Britain's national security, saying the level of cyber attacks targeting Britain is astonishing. The MI5 is investigating cyber breaches in more than a dozen companies, and Mr. Evans reported that one London business had already suffered an £800 million loss. If activity is an indication of importance, this was a big month for cyber risk management. In June alone, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee says cyber attacks are probably the single largest threat facing the U.S. A Hartford survey says that 85% of small business owners believe a data breach is unlikely. Excel added 6 underwriters to its cyber liability team. Marsh introduced solutions for cloud computing risks. Argo launched new cyber liability coverage. Chartist enhanced its Cyber Edge product, and in CFO Magazine, the former president of Oracle On Demand says CFOs should stop looking for new tech tools to manage IT risk. His advice? Start investigating cyber insurance. If you'd like more information on the topics in our cyber risk report, visit our on-demand library. In our follow-up segment, we look at the recent settlement reached by former GenRe and AIG executives with the U.S. Justice Department over reinsurance transactions from more than a decade ago. To help sort this out, we called Andy Barile, who is a noted author and authority on finite risk reinsurance. Here are highlights from our discussion. Andy, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
So, Andy, can you summarize the original allegations?
Well, they were alleging a situation where these were accounting fraud charges under a particular reinsurance agreement, which is actually considered it's a retrocessional loss portfolio reinsurance agreement.
You're familiar with the original transactions. Did you see anything illegal there?
No, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I think it was just part of the custom and practice of a retrocessional loss portfolio reinsurance agreement. The finite agreements actually saved a number of insurance companies that were out on the verge of going bankrupt, and was a big benefit to the insurance buying public.
So what do you make of the new settlement?
They're talking about the prosecutors agreed to drop the case in a year if the executives abide by the accords and follow the law. So it's just like saying, well, if you don't do this again, don't worry, we won't bother about it, and we'll just take the monetary fine. To do personally from somebody who spent a lot of time reviewing hundreds of finite risk reinsurance agreements, I think essentially this whole thing was a waste of time.
Did anything change in the industry because of this case?
Yes, the finite reinsurance contract created an issue in the industry that said, well, people can actually go to jail over writing a reinsurance agreement. So I think it was sort of a wake-up call to the industry that we can't write reinsurance agreements on napkins.
Andy, thank you so much for being on our program.
Thanks again.
If you'd like to see more of my discussion with Andy Barile, visit our on-demand library. Andy will be a regular contributor to World Risk and Insurance News in the future, reporting on issues relating to the global captive marketplace. We look forward to having him back. That's all for now. I'm Marisa Christian. Join us next time for more World Risk and Insurance News on RIN TV.